Okay, so since I pulled the scab off of this sore and I see it's still bleeding, I might as well go ahead and cut the whole wound open and let this shit bleed out. I'm talking about this nigga nonsense. I'm talking about that interview that I posted with Nas being interviewed by Soledad O'Brien. Now, I know that y'all realize that during that interview, Nas didn't say nigga one time. Not one time did he say nigga. But he did respond to Soledad O'Brien's question, why the N-word? Do you ever feel you'll stop using the N-word? And his reply was, as I get older, I feel the need to use it in my music less and less. In other words, as he matures, as he gains the wisdom and experience of life. Now, I'm trying to spare you, young brothers and sisters, the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. I'm trying to stop you from having to wait until you get older to realize that you don't have to use that word, that it doesn't make you cool, that it doesn't make you a solid member of the ghetto class, right? First of all, it's a goddamn trick. How do I know it's a trick? Because I see the individuals who regularly employ that language, and I see their asses stuck. They mentally stuck, they physically stuck, they economically stuck, they socially null and fucking void. That's how I know it's a goddamn trick. I posted a video of a zombie nodding out on 125th Street, and I said that Brother Sa Neter be making the dead walk. That's because the brother was nodding out around Brother Sa Neter. Now, that was a joke, but it was the truth. The truth of the matter is that in 2012, you still got dudes nodding out in public in front of the children, knowing full well that each and every action produces an opposite reaction. So children who see you doing things will emulate or copy that behavior. So this was my point that I was making about the elder Nam Cab. Yeah, I'm gonna call him an elder because he's 63 years old. But still, in the fact of the matter is that he act like he's 16 years old, and that's not a good thing. That's not a compliment. That's actually a slap. And the reason it's a slap is because he's 63 years old. He should be an example to individuals, even myself, of what I could be at 63, since I'm only 54. Now, I really need you youngsters to understand that this is no disconnect. This is some continuity thing going on here. From one brother to the next brother to the next brother to the children. You have to understand that at some point you're going to have to get serious about this thing we say we need to do. Now, if we need to be free, if we need to start building something for ourselves instead of talking from generation to generation, I mean, it's been over 150 years, enough goddamn talk. Let's get on with the next phase. Let's get these bricks moving. Let's get this building constructed. Let's get this thing going. Right now, that's not what we're doing. Right now, we got individuals talking about everything on the planet and a whole bunch of shit that's off the planet. Aliens and shit. But at the same time, we ain't taking care of business down here on the ground. We not taking care of business because we see individuals come to this country after us and surpass us economically, politically, and socially. So that means that you can't be taking care of business. And I understand that that's not all black people. I understand that that's not all people. Understood. But at the same time, I see too many of you dudes crying about what you don't got, and I don't see none of you dudes making moves to get. You understand? Instead, I hear your conversations. I hear your nigga this and your nigga that. and I see your stagnation. I see you stuck in the muck and the mire of the situation that you happen to find yourself in. And I don't see a constructive thought strategy to remove yourself or to extricate yourself from that predicament. Now, when I look around and I see you complaining about being stopped and frisked, when I look around and I see you complaining about being stopped and frisked, when I look around and I hear you talking about you ready to do that and this, but you don't do a damn thing. All you do is talk. And you say, well, Brother Larry, that's what you do when you talking. But I'm making sense. You understand? I'm telling you that the reason for talking is to construct a plan of action, not just to relieve yourself of the oxygen that you happen to be holding in your lungs at any particular moment. That's not the purpose for talking. You know, that's not the purpose for talking. The purpose for talking is to form a constructive plan of action, and then to implement that constructive plan of action to move from one condition to the next condition to a better condition. And if you're not attempting to do that, then you're wasting your time, you're wasting your breath, and you're wasting some opportunity. You understand? Right now, today is opportunity for you to make moves in a positive way that could affect you and the people that you know and love in a positive way, instead of engaging in nonsense that you know will only lead you to more stagnation, probably incarceration, and almost certain death. Now, I really need you youngsters, you young individuals who will in a heartbeat declare that you are soldiers. I really need you to stop, and I really need you to think. I really need you to stop just repeating the shit that you hear these dudes saying, because they don't really care about you, especially people who are selling you music, people who are selling you videos, people who are dancing and singing for other people's entertainment and enjoyment. They do not have your best interests at heart. They do not have the best interests of your children at heart. They do not have the best interests of your community at heart. What they have at heart is a desire to get paid and to lay up in the shade and to sip lemonade because they think they got it made. Meanwhile, when you look at the conditions in the community, you see that there is abject poverty. You see dudes shaking cups in your face begging for change. The change that they want is not necessarily the change that they need. They want a couple of pennies, but they need to change the way that they think so that they could change the way that they act, so that they could change the associations that they have. You know, like they say in those drug programs, people, places, and things. If you change the people that you deal with and you stop doing those things in those places, things will look a little bit different to you. You understand? This is some real talk right here. All you have to do is make a decision. This is not enough. It's not enough. You have to make a decision, though. This is not something where you stand around and you wait for somebody else to come and do for you. You have to begin to do for yourself. What I'm saying is, this is some real easy shit to understand. When you look at other communities and you say, well, we see the Puerto Ricans or the Dominicans, they got this and they got that. You got this and you got that too. But what you don't have is a desire to make all of that work for the benefit of the community. You think that having it means you got it. That's why you can't keep what you get, because you don't know how to make that shit a community asset. It has to be a community asset so that the community wants to support it. The community wants to see it thrive. The community sees the benefit to having it around in the first place. You understand? You have to start thinking like this. I mean, even ants think like this. What happened to you? How did you get this disconnect? You look at other individuals and you almost seem envious of the fact that they can cooperate with each other. And you lament the fact that you can't cooperate with your brother. And you say, man, these dudes are like crabs in a barrel. The only reason they're like crabs in a barrel is because near none of y'all have stopped and stood still long enough to make the determination that we're not going to be like that. It's really not that hard. All you have to do is be serious. All you have to do is be serious about that thing you think we got to do. You want to be free, or you just want to talk shit? You want to talk about the ball game last night. You want to call me up and talk about the Miami Heat. I don't give a damn about the Miami Heat. I care about the Heat in Miami. You understand? Because it's hot down there for my people. It's hot down there for my little brothers like Trayvon Martin that's dead. You understand? Dead. Now, all you have to do, once again, take a look around. Each one of you brothers know brothers that's the same age that you are. You will no doubt encounter these brothers throughout your life as you go along. This is your generation. What are you going to do with that generation? Are you going to go and become a part of someone else's dream and make their dream a reality? Or are you going to stop and say, you know what? There's nothing stopping us but us. Ain't nobody standing in our way but ourselves. There's no white man that can prevent me from doing anything that I want to do. You got to be able to talk to your brothers. You have to be able to cooperate with your brothers. You have to stop regarding yourself as a problem first and a solution last. You have to see yourself as a solution to your problem. The fact of the matter is, if we stop engaging in frivolous economics and began to conspire, yeah, I said it, conspire to do better for ourselves, it would be a whole lot easier for those who come after us. I mean, it's going to take a little sacrifice, but you sacrifice it anyway. It's going to take a little bit of hard work. You doing hard work anyway. It's going to take a little bit of time. Man, you doing time anyway. Why not do it for yourself? Why not do it for you and yours? Why not do it to make your situation better? I mean, why not? Why not? It's just a constructive thought process that I'm having today. And the reason I'm having it is because I had enough of this bullshit. I had enough of you little dudes, man, getting stuck in that slick ass talk thinking that nigga's slick. And y'all got 1,000 different ways to say it. None of that shit is slick. Because ain't none of it doing a damn thing for you. Ain't none of it doing a damn thing for you. You can't go to the next brother and say, my nigga, and get put on. You can't say, my nigga, and get a job. You can't say, my nigga, and have somebody come to your rescue. The police could be handcuffing you, whipping your ass. And all those guys you call my nigga will be standing there watching you get your ass whipped, handcuffed, and thrown into the back of the goddamn car. But you they nigga, right? Goddamn bullshit need to stop. And it need to stop now. And that's real talk. And this is your brother Larry. For real.